Since 2019, there's been at least 200,000 people incarcerated in America with life sentences. Some guilty, some innocent, but very few with a chance to make it home. These are a few stories from some of those few, the ones that survived those sentences. Therefore, we bring you life after life.
I am Grady Morris. Welcome to Life After Life. I have a really dear friend of mine that I served time with in prison. Matt, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, my guy?
Good to see you today, man.
Likewise,
Thanks for coming out.
Good to be seen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the record, tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Okay, my name is Matt Vaughn. I was born and raised in Springfield, Tennessee, and yeah, all my whole life, Springfield.
Cool, Springfield. I like Springfield. So give me a little bit about your family background, like your upbringing, what it was like before incarceration.
Okay, well, growing up, man, I had a damn good upbringing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like man, I was in a 2-parent home. Pops worked hard, took care of us. I'm the younger of 4, got 3 older sisters, and man, I had a damn good upbringing.
Cool.
Raised in church, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So pretty good family situation.
Damn good family situation.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. So let's go back to the year that you were incarcerated. What year was you incarcerated?
I was incarcerated, man, in 1992.
1992.
1992, right before my 19th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your initial crime?
And I was charged with first-degree felony murder and the perpetration of a robbery.
Yes, sir. Similar to my situation.
Yeah, similar to your situation.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So, how much time did you receive for your crime?
Well, man, I went to trial, man, and of course, at that young age, you don't want to take accountability.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I had this bullshit ass lawyer shooting at me with second-degree murder, 25.
Right.
And that's what I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but initially I received a life sentence, man, life with parole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Life with parole. So for everybody who just now, hearing about the life sentence at that time in Tennessee, can you kind of give them a breakdown of what the life sentence is?
Man, it's hard, man. So when I received my life sentence initially, man, a life sentence was 60 years at 60%.
Right.
Which was equivalent to 36 years, man. Mm-hmm. 36 day-for-day years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with behavior credits and program credits, you were able to bring it back to how much time did you do?
So this is the thing, man. So at a young age, man, they was telling me that I was to do 25 years.
Right.
Yeah, this is how I went to trial. And mind you, I had this bullshit lawyer. He feed me this shit. He feed me 25 years. But once I got into the Department of Corrections, man, something totally different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something totally different, man. There's no such thing as, good time. I didn't have nobody telling me anything about good time. Mm-hmm. All I knew is what my lawyer told me, that I would be home in 25 years. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I knew, man. I ain't know nothing about no good time, no nothing. You know what I mean? So it was a shocker. Yeah, it was a real shocker for me, man.
And you ended up doing how many years?
I ended up doing 30 years and 9 months.
Consecutive, straight calendar years.
Man, no good time, no nothing. 30 years, 9 consecutive months, day for day, man.
Okay, so if you can, remember and don't mind, what led to you committing the crime that you perpetrated?
So, man, like I told you earlier, man, I strayed away from my upbringing. Like at 13, and I started to run the streets, and at that age, man, you pretty much unconscious. Right. And what I mean by that, man, you really don't know the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at a young mind, having a young mind, you very impressionable. You look up to the older guys in the community, the neighborhood or whatever, and you see things and you admire those things and you want to reach out and you want to grab those things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I didn't want to take the route that I seen that was being modeled before me.
Gotcha.
My dad.
Right.
Was a hardworking man. See, I didn't want to take that route. I chose the alternative. And I was unconscious when I chose it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would be running these streets, man, unconscious, experimenting with a little bit of, powder here and there, smoking a little weed every once in a while, drinking. You know what I mean? And I was just so unconscious, man. I didn't think about nothing, reacted out of impulse, and I just went. You know what I'm saying? I just
So for the people who are watching, explain them what you mean by powder.
Oh yes, powder cocaine.
Okay, yes,
yeah, powder cocaine. Yeah.
You know, some people, you know, they don't know what that means, man. We know what it means.
Yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely,
gotcha.
absolutely.
All right, so after the initial act, the crime is done. At what point were you arrested for the crime?
I was arrested immediately.
Immediately,
man. Like it wasn't even 15 minutes, man.
Really?
Like yeah, I was arrested immediately, man. You know, I didn't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's immediately.
So were you able to run away, get away for any amount of time? You said immediate, like they came and picked you up, man, and put you in handcuffs.
Immediately, man. This happened. This incident took place in some housing project somewhere I ain't had no business being, right?
Gotcha.
Mind you, I wasn't raised in the hood, right? I wasn't raised in no projects. I ain't had no business over in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So this happened in the housing projects, and I managed to make it over on right in front of Austin Peay State University.
Wow.
You know, that's where I was apprehended at.
Okay.
Right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So when you get incarcerated, they got you cuffed, they take you to the cage. Were you able to make bond, post bond? Did you have a bond?
Man, they didn't give me no bond, man. And the reason they said that by me being from out of town. You know what I mean? Now mind you, I'm in the same jurisdiction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Springfield, Clarksville, Montgomery County, Robertson County. It's the 19th Judicial District. Same judges, same district attorneys, lawyers, but they gave me no bond. I didn't even have a chance. And to be honest with you, I don't think I could have made bond. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't come from that type of family. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have money coming out the ass or nothing like that.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't want for nothing. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you incarcerated. You okay? So when it comes to the situation of a lawyer, were you able to pay for an attorney, or did you have a public defender?
I had a public defender, man.
Public defender.
Couldn't afford an attorney.
Yeah, and he was bullshit.
And he was bullshit.
Yeah.
He was bullshit, man.
Yeah. So it's apparent to say it was a state charge, not a federal charge.
Right. State charge.
All right.
State charge. Yeah, I had a state charge, man. And the crazy part about it, man, my public defender, man, they railroaded me so hard, man. Here it is. I'm 18, right before my 19th birthday, man. I'm 18, man, and I was supposed to went to trial in front of my peers, so-called peers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Didn't nobody look nothing like me. And here it is, I'm 18, man, don't know what's going on. I got a lawyer on this side, a public defender on this side, both worthless. And he put a bowl of Skittles in front of me, man. A bowl of Skittles, man.
Wow.
Yay.
That's
Yeah, man, a
unbelievable,
bowl
man.
of Skittles in front of me, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just imagine that. Here it is, you got all these people talking over your head, and you can't comprehend nothing.
Yeah, it's all that lawyer jargon,
Man,
that
you can't
legal jargon.
I couldn't comprehend nothing.
I feel you, bro. I couldn't
Yeah.
understand none of that shit.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
All right, so you go in front of your judge. Do you remember your judge? Who
Yes.
he was or
Yes.
she was?
It was a guy, Robert Whittemire.
That was your judge.
Robert Whittemire.
Did he appear to be fair during the trial, or did he seem to kind of sway a certain kind of way in his judgment?
Man, you know, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I feel like he was a wolf in sheep clothing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, most of them are. That's just my personal opinion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so incarcerated, and you got your time, sentenced to life. I know back then you either went to MTRC or MLRC.
Right.
Where did you go?
I ended up going to Nashville, man. I was lucky.
So you went to MTRC.
Yeah,
Okay.
they kept me at MTRC, man.
All right. So how long did you stay there before you actually was sent to your first facility?
Ah, man, that's tricky. So initially, man, I wound up staying up probably like about a year.
Really?
Yeah, and so this is the thing, right? I stayed there for like a year, but I had charges pending that I ain't know nothing about.
When did you find out about the pending charges?
Man, like one morning they come knock on my door, Mr. Vaughn, pack up. You gotta go to court. I'm thinking I had to go to Montgomery County, get in the car, get up front. And when I get up front, I see it's a Robertson County Sheriff Department car, right? Here it is, I'm headed to Springfield. I got six sealed indictments for drugs, you know what I'm saying? So it was a shock, man. It was a shock.
Were you charged with those?
I was charged with them. And I felt like this, you know what I'm saying? Even though these people knew that they had me red-handed on camera, I felt like they knew that I had been railroaded in Montgomery County. Now I'm not negating my responsibility for what I done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I accept full accountability for that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of me growing. I accept that.
Right.
But I do feel like I shouldn't have received that much. So with that saying, with me saying that is, once I get up there, they offer me a plea bargain. For some drug charges, you got me red-handed on camera.
Right.
Selling drugs 6 times, right? 6 times, man.
So did they run your charges concurrent, meaning all together
Absolutely.
with the life, or did they run it consecutive from the
Ran it
life?
concurrent, man. They ran it concurrent, man. They dropped 4 of them, charged me with 2, counts 1 and 3, gave me a 6, and ran it with my life.
Ran it with your life.
Ran it with my life, man. Yeah.
All right. So okay. So now you're in prison.
Yeah.
What was the first facility that you were housed?
I was housed at Lake County.
Lake County.
Lake County. It was by accident. I wasn't supposed to go there.
Right.
Wasn't supposed to go, man. Pulled up, officer called my name. I get off the bus, go through intake, processing. Come to find out I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be across the street. Yeah, I'm supposed to be across the street, man.
So how many prisons, facilities were you actually caged? Like how many did you?
Man, I've never thought about it, man.
Really?
It's a lot.
It's a lot, ain't
Yeah,
it?
it's a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say, I think it's like, 17 in the state of Tennessee?
17, 19, something like that.
17.
I know it's an odd number.
Yeah, this is well over half. I've been to well
Okay,
over half.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So, give me an example of what prison life was for you.
Man, to be honest, man, you know, when I first went to prison, I was still unconscious.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't, I was fully immature, and it seemed like I fit right in. I hate to say that, man.
Right.
But I didn't understand what life meant. You know what I mean? I didn't understand what it means to be a young man. You know what I mean? And I just seen all these young black men. That's all I seen was young black men. I'm in West Tennessee now.
Right.
That's all I seen was young black men.
Yeah.
And I felt like I fit right in.
So, at what point in time did you feel yourself, you know, growing, maturing, coming into your manhood?
Man, I have to say that would be my second stint in solitary confinement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, explain to everybody what solitary confinement
Well,
is.
solitary confinement is where you are confined to your cell for 23 hours a day. You're only allowed to come out for 1 hour a day.
Right.
Yeah, 1 hour a day and like 3 showers a week.
3
something like
showers
that.
a week. So, how long did you do on?
I did 10 years, man. Solitary. Yeah, I did 10 years solitary confinement, man. I went to solitary confinement in 1999. I got out of solitary confinement in 2004. Stayed on the compound for like 7 months. I had another altercation, went back in 2005 and got off in 2011.
Oh,
So I had a couple of months.
So, I'm gonna ask you this question, and you know, a lot of people are not comfortable, you know, exposing this. But were you any kind of gang affiliations?
Yeah, man. Yeah, unfortunately, at a young age, even before I went to prison, man, I was involved with the gang affiliation, the Crips.
Okay.
Yeah, I was involved with the Crips, and I think for me, I don't regret it. And the reason why, please don't take that the wrong way. I don't regret it because my past makes me who I am right now.
It does.
So what I went through then, it makes me who I am right now. So I was for a very long time, man.
And you know what's wild is when we met at Turney Center,
Right.
and when I was working at CBIP, I would never have known that because you spoke so. And not to say that people in affiliate are ignorant. It's just they try to put on a persona to make people see them a certain kind of way.
Right.
Now the older guys that I was around, they weren't like that. But you just seemed you were well read, you know, very respectful, highly opinionated, but you respected the opinion of others.
Right.
So I never, until you actually told me, I was like, what? I did not believe it. So that was one of those things I could tell the growth. Did you have any relations while you were in prison?
Yes,
you did. Okay.
Yes, I came home with a relationship with a young lady that's from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
My last 8-9 years while I was incarcerated, I always kept a phone. You know I had a phone. That's how I got in trouble. That's why I was denied parole.
Right.
But I always kept a phone, man. You know what I'm saying? That's very important for me. You know, I needed that female companionship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's so easy to get caught up, man.
It is.
It's so easy, man. It's so easy.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So fast forward to preparing for your freedom, preparing for release. What steps did you take to prepare yourself for freedom again?
So, man, you know, I knew that I wanted to come home.
Right.
And in order for me to come home, man, I had to change. Had to change my perspective, the way I looked at life. I had to humble myself. I had to understand what empathy was, and I knew I had to step away from the gang life.
Gotcha.
I knew it, man. I knew also that I had to slowly desensitize myself from all the things that I had taken on while I was incarcerated. The way that I talk,
Right.
the way that I walk, the way that I carry myself. You know, I had to change that stuff. I didn't want to bring that stuff home. You know what I mean?
All right. So you preparing for parole. You initially go up. What did the board tell you?
Man, initially when I first went up, man, you know, I had that strike and I got caught with the cell phone and that hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt me, man. I went to the parole board. They put me off. It could have been worse than what it was, but it was only a year. And that's the only reason why they put me off was because of my actions, man. If it had not been for that, I hadn't had a disciplinary infraction maybe like 10 years, maybe 11 years before I went to the parole board.
I remember you
And
telling me
I
that.
was supposed to be set, man. But I got caught with that cell phone and it hurt me. Absolutely hurt me, man.
Yeah, and I remember we spoke about that too. You was coming back, and you was like, "Great man, they shot me down for a year." He said, "Man, that damn cell phone, man."
Cell phone.
And remember, I told you, I said, when I went up and I told you, I said, "Bro, all you got to do is just stay straight."
Yeah.
I said, when next, what was it, May? They came around.
May.
I said, "I'm telling you, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna let you go, bro."
Absolutely,
And
man.
here we are sitting right here.
Yeah, and
now.
I took that advice too. I took that
That's
advice.
all good. All right, so let me ask you this: as far as the week before you were released, what were you feeling? Like, what was going through your mind? Was your heart sinking down into your stomach? What were you feeling?
Look, man, for me, my transition wasn't so difficult.
Okay.
Because I had a great support team.
Gotcha.
And I always kept that cell phone. So I stayed in touch a little bit with society. But I think, man, I was feeling a little anxious.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this day is never gonna come. Like, what's the problem? You know what I mean? I had a few problems with as far as like getting my parole finalized, my home plan being approved, stuff like that. But man, after that, it was like it felt like that day was never gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that day was never gonna come, man.
All right. So the day comes. Freedom is right down the elevator. Walk down the trap. You go out the door. What did you feel? And what was the first thing you did once you left the premises?
Man, the first thing I done, man, I hugged my queen. We was together like 5 years. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I done. I didn't even cry, man. I don't show emotions. You know what I mean? But the first thing I done, man, I put my arms around my queen, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. She kept me. Like she kept me sane those last few years that I was there. If it had not been for her, man, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
So you come home, and as you reflect back, how many family members, close friends, brothers, or whatever did you lose?
Man, I lost a lot, man.
Did you?
Yeah. I lost all my grandparents while I was incarcerated. Countless of so-called friends. You know what I mean? I lost a lot, man.
Right.
30 years, man. I lost a lot, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost a lot of people, man.
Yeah. So we come through, because you came through in '92, I came in '94. We were able to see a lot of violent acts.
Yeah.
So seeing everything that you saw, give me an account of the worst thing that you witnessed while you were incarcerated.
Man.
And does it have does any of that trauma have any effect on you today?
Man, I didn't actually witness it. I heard it. If you ever hear a person being raped,
That's terrible.
it's terrible, man.
That's awful.
That
It
is terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like there's this horrible yell, like, and you know something's going on. Man, it's horrible.
It is.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy, you know, because usually I would go to chow, you know, go to the chow hall and have dinner, you know what I mean? But on this particular day, man, I was on the telephone. And you know, sometimes, man, the best time to use the phone is when everybody gone. You need your peace and quiet.
Yeah.
So as everybody going out, I see two older guys, old heads, as we call them old heads, come in and shoot straight down the wall. You know what I'm saying? So it's not registering. I don't know what's going on. I'm fresh in prison. I'm still green, right?
Right.
I just hear it, man. I hear the thumps in the cell. I see one guy come out, and I just hear it. And it was horrible.
It is.
Man, it's horrible. I've seen people die. I've seen murders. But that don't bother me. But just to hear that, another man losing his manhood, man, it's horrible.
There's nothing like it, man, hearing that, man.
Nah.
All right, so how much has the world changed in your eyes from 92 to when you were released?
Man, a lot. I was just telling the young man, just seeing people walk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In certain areas that I'm used to not seeing people walk.
Right.
It's like, hey, it's changed a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's changed a whole lot.
Yeah, man, it's changed a lot, man.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, so now you're free, you're thriving, you look good, you're speaking well. What future goals do you have for yourself from this point on?
Well, for me, man, I've always been one of those persons. I do not like to set myself up for failure. So for me, man, it's all about waking up with a positive mind, just trying to progress. You know what I'm saying? I don't have goals like, I need to start this 5-tier business within the next year. So I don't set goals like that for myself.
Right.
So my thing is my peace. Right. My peace, my happiness. It don't take much for me to be content in life. I just love living. I love peace. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think what it looks like, man, is just being happy, man. Enjoying my freedom.
Right.
At peace with myself. I've taken accountability for my actions. You know what I'm saying? And just living life, man, as it comes.
Right.
Yeah, and giving back, man. Like giving back, man. Every opportunity. I took some from the atmosphere, from the universe, and this is my way of giving back. And every opportunity that I get to do something like this, man, I feel obligated. Yeah. And I feel like that's my calling. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, trying to put money in my pocket. Don't get me wrong, I love money. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what it's about with me.
Right.
It's about getting this out. My testimony, you know what I'm saying? Being beneficial to someone else in the best way that I can to discourage you from making the same mistakes that I made. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. All right, so last thing, brother. This is something that I have been asked plenty of times, so I have to ask you. What advice would you give any man or woman that was in our situation that they don't see freedom as a possibility? What advice would you give them, man, to keep that hope?
Education, man. Education, man. While I was in prison, man, I had the opportunity to take a part of a program. It's called THEI. And, it's not in every prison, but it's just educating yourself, man. I sat down in front of my so-called peers with just bullshit lawyers on both sides of me, and them folks fucked me.
Right.
Yeah, they fucked me. Yeah, they completely got over on me, man. And I said to myself, man, I'll never let that happen again. I'll never let nobody talk over my head again, period.
Right.
I comprehend well. You know what I'm saying? Because I took the time to educate myself. And the reason why I say so much about education, man, is once you educate yourself, man, that takes discipline. And that same discipline you use to make healthy decisions.
You do.
Yeah,
absolutely right.
Healthy decisions, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a bad decision I made in 1992. That wasn't a mistake. It was a bad decision.
It was.
I'm not trying to, when I say mistake, it's kind of like I minimize what I done. No, I don't minimize it.
Right.
I take full accountability for it. I made a bad decision. And I think once you learn how to discipline yourself, man, being quick to think, slow to speak, every move that you make is calculated, man. You're making great, healthy decisions. Man, I think you can be successful in anything you set your mind to do, bro.
You sure can, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to throw this one out here. This is just something I want to throw out there. Can you give the public one word you would describe freedom?
one word that I could use to describe my freedom.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.
Ain't no peace in prison, man. You're not gonna get it.
It's not.
You're not gonna get it, man.
It's
And you know, I'm just being real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, you're not gonna get peace in prison. If you have to wake up every day wondering, is this gonna be the last day? You know, somebody gonna come by and, you know, stick you in your damn neck, or a gang war pop up. Man, there's no peace in prison, man.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely none.
That's wonderful. I like that, man. Peace. All right, well, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Matt.
Appreciate you,
Thanks
man.
for coming through, man. And
I appreciate
I hope
you,
that
man.
this is enlightening for a lot of people.
I hope it
was
is,
for me.
man. I hope it is too, man.
All right.